Here, part 5 of our conversation with the great John J.R. Robinson. I'm John Beaudin from Rocky Stream Music. Were there opportunities that you ever had where you could have joined one of those kind of like Toto-ish supergroups or Asias or any of those? Did it ever happen that you turned down?
Multiples. There was a bunch. One band times two, which was Foreigner. I almost joined Foreigner in 87, and I almost joined Foreigner in the 90s through 2 different connections.
What happened? Why didn't you?
I was offered double scale record rate, and I'm thinking, you gotta be kidding me. What? I mean, at least, I've been in bands. These, pay me something. And it means I got to give up all my other work to be in your band. And Mick and I became close, and we worked with someone, I think it was Tina Arena from Australia. And then he asked me to join the band also. I go, dude, it's going to have to take some more money. Boy, they were on fire in those days, and such good material. That happened. God bless Jeff. And when Jeff passed away, there was a kind of a split in the camp. And I was told, even though I would have never taken the gig, that
Why?
I could not imagine trying to duplicate his vibe every night. It would have been cool for maybe a month, and then I would have gotten really depressed. So, David Paich and I were very close. So there was a point of that. I even sat in with Toto once or twice down at the NAMM show back in the late 80s. It was Jeff and Celia. Jared, come here. I think he just wanted a cigarette break probably or something. Mikey and I always played together. We played a lot of gigs together outside the band.
I just talked to Simon Phillips, and he wasn't busy at all at the time. Now he's busy again, but I just put out it's the last video I put out. I said, what was the first time you sat down with the band? And he says, it was really weird, ... for the band. He says,
yeah,
because everyone looks at the center of the pie from a different angle. For him, he and Jeff weren't close as far as I know. So he just said it was a job.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not how I would look at it. I would look at it as a part of a family. And, Joe and I were very close. Joe taught both my middle son, Chris, and my last son, Jack. Jack especially, studied with Joe. And
is he the 19-year-old?
Yeah, really good drummer, but, he's like all effed up because of COVID. He can't really go to college till January now.
Does he have stuff?
I don't know what it's called him. It's Jack Robinson, but his high school big band should be online. It was burning about 6 months ago or so.
So did you teach him?
I try not to. If I see something that I don't like, I'll correct it. But I try to let him be his own guy. Because this business is hard enough without him coattailing off me. Like right now I'm set up in case I had to redo that Broken Wings track. But apparently now Richard signed off on it. So now Jack can come in and play the drums. And I go, just don't F them up. And all of a sudden I'll split for an hour and come into the garage and it'll be blasting. You know how 19-year-olds play. And I go, just don't mess my heads up. And so he's pretty sensitive to that.
Does he get who Dad is?
Oh yeah, he gets it. And so I have 2 older sons also from previous marriage. So they all get it, but I think sometimes they're intimidated, and they got their own kids and stuff. This one, I'm kind of making sure stay away from this skirt for a while.
Okay, Paulo from Italy says, Funk Shui. When's there another one of those coming out?
That's a good question. It was hard, when I'm working with everybody else, is to kind of focus on stuff and release a record. So I did that record back when I was young, 2004, and that was fun. And it was done on an old Mackie digital console. So that was blah, blah, blah. Then 6 years later, I put out Platinum. And a little bit different take. I had done like a college basketball, marching rap thing, and I had real cheerleaders in my room, and I had my middle son rapping, and my other son was rapping on some. So now I'm working on a third record. I've got 1 song mixed. Out of that, I've probably got between 10 and 13 songs, and they're all different. So I'm not sure what it's going to be called. My working title might be Four Seasons, because there's certain songs that are really nice, and you drive down the freeway, and could be on the Watercolors channel. Then there's another couple of tunes where I got a song called Carolina Reaper, which sounds like ZZ Top, and I'm singing on this, and it's like, oh, am I going to expose this awful voice or not? I don't know. So, and then there's some really hip, just like funk, jazz. I'm writing a song called Doogie, tribute to George Duke and the great Ndugu Chancellor. So a lot of stuff doesn't fit. It's kind of eclectic, so that's why I may do it that way. So I would say I may start doing single releases at a time. So everybody have patience in me and realize that I am a keyboard player, so I'm playing a lot of keyboards and a lot of guitar in this record, and singing. So I'm doing things step at a time, and when I release it, just everybody absorb it and, file it into a place. Making full records is kind of hard to do these days. So I would say if I might release this first single, maybe within 5-6 weeks.
Oh, cool.
I've got to look at that, and that may be a song called Liquid Office.
That's what we were talking about a while ago.
It's fun. It's more. It's in 6/8, and it's a little more ethereal. It's kind of jazzy, but it's fun. It's a really great just musical and drum part. So everybody, look at this. I don't know what it's going to be called yet. I mean, I got my washing machine on there. There was another pop R&B disco tune on there that it could be a major hit record. I don't know yet. Stuff that I've written with Maya Azuzina, because we're up for a couple of Grammys now called Gonna Be All Right. So if anybody's voting, go vote for Gonna Be All Right video and song, please, from the Bronx, USA.
Make sure you comment on our video, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos. I'm John Beaudin from Rock History Music.